frozen! Teamwork, guys, more teamwork. They're burying us alive!
Well, shit.
Jeez, Louie.
Honey, don't you want to beat those bastards? In my book, we're gonna be winners.
What's the matter? You got nothing left inside, huh? Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that?
Screw them.
What are you doing? What are people doing?
Is this early access to?
Hey, let me tell you something, bro.
Get out there now and do the best you can.
I will make no promises, Coach Buttermaker. What is up, gentlemen? Episode 137 of the Bad Fodder Figures podcast. Sunday night, as usual, joined by First Class Matt and Glovebox, live from D.C. Gentlemen, how do?
Yo, what are we doing? What are people doing? I love that. I love that line. You were so pure. That was during a PUBG moment. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, PUBG or Ghost Recon, one or the other.
I'm pretty sure it's PUBG. Yeah, it was. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right, let's get some housekeeping out of the way bright and early here. Free games this week on the Epic Game Store: Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, and Kingdom New Lands. 2 free games.
First
Reminder. Yeah, I think that's a horror game, first-person horror game. Reminder, Halloween show, Sunday, November 1st. You have to join our Discord. Matt, give him the link there. I have it in the planner. What's the link to join our Discord?
Oh, good Lord.
Third or fourth line down from above.
Oh, there it is. Tiny.cc/BFFS. Tiny.cc/BFFS. That's right there in front of my eyes. I can't believe I missed it.
And so you want to join the Discord. We're going to bring people into the live stream. They're going to show off their costume, 2 to 3 minutes to do their little catwalk, and then we're going to boot you right the fuck off the show. And the next person will step up. And $60 is your prize, whether you want that PayPal to you, whether you want a gift card, however you want this money, we're going to facilitate it. We're going to get it over to you, okay?
I have a gong on order from Amazon. Remember the old Gong Show?
Oh, Gong Show, yes.
We're gonna have as soon as they come on, it's like fuck gong out.
Get them the fuck out of here.
You're out. Get the fuck out.
Let's plug this one last time. Saturday, October 24th. Jeremy is so hyped for my birthday on the 25th that he's celebrating it on the 24th by a 12-hour live stream of Firewall 0 Hour. Okay.
Nice.
So Saturday, October 24th. I'm not sure what time that starts. I'm sure Jeremy will broadcast it out, but it's going to be a 12-hour stream of VR, Firewall 0 Hour, and again, that's all benefiting Extra Life Children's Miracle Network hospitals. He had a successful 24-hour stream on the 16th of Warframe, and now he's going to take you into VR.
He's good at that Warframe, man. He plays the shit out of that. He's good at that.
And the last bit of news, we got to keep up with the Joneses here. Matt and Glovebox making that fucking YouTube money. And I'm sitting over here going, why can't I get some of that green stuff? Our YouTube channel is growing. Every week we have the audio portion of the show gets uploaded to YouTube. And then during the week, I take copious amounts of time and I download this beautiful, Matt smile as I talk about this beautiful stream. And I download it, and then I upload it to YouTube, okay? So if you missed a live stream and you want to watch it, because on Twitch it disappears after a while, this will live forever now on YouTube. So here we go.
Forever. Remember that, people.
Yeah.
Forever.
Right. Remember that as you think about your Halloween costume, because that will be going up on YouTube, okay?
I already know what I'm going to be.
So how was everybody's week? How are things going? Matt, anything exciting?
I tell you what, it's been a great week. Actually, it hasn't been too bad. It's been nice weather. It's great, beautiful fall weather here. Leaves are turning, leaves are falling. I'm out there every day mowing grass. Oh, I got a great story. I got a great story. Real quick.
A great story. Is it a high caliber story like a Mike Mahoney story? It's got to be that kind of caliber.
You know what? It's up there.
Real quick, I wanted to tell you that RoboPig was going to come on the Halloween show. Right, but he was doing a live stream. He's competing against us essentially, doing a live stream, and he was going to come on the podcast as one of my stories. He was going to dress up in a hoodie that had total fleece comfort, and he was going to have a chicken parm sub with no sauce and cheese. And it was just going to be the sub with the flappy tender in the middle.
I thought he was gonna come. I thought he was gonna come with a trash bag with holes in it.
Someone else might step up and do that. Just need a beard and a trash bag, and you're good to go.
That'd be fantastic.
All right, Matt. Didn't mean to cut you off there. That's just.
You did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You did mean to cut me off. You did. Anyway, so yesterday, so I'm out mowing leaves. Okay, and before I started mowing the leaves, I got my little handheld. I got the big backpack blower. Okay, I got my battery plow. I've got a little handheld gas powered blower. So I get fill it up with gas, get it going. I was like, man, there's no air coming out. What the hell's going on here? I'm looking down at the end of my blower, and this little mouse head's out there. Like, hey, there's a fucking mouse head coming out of the bottom of my fucking blower. I'm like, what the fuck? So I, stop the blower, and then another mouse pops out. And I was like, what the fuck's going on with my blower? So I take the goddamn blow, tube off, and I pound on the ground, and the fucking mice and a bunch of mice come out. I was like, what the fuck? Big old nest and shit comes out. So I go with my foot. I start stomping around the backyard. I'm stomping around, killing all these fucking mice. I'm killing all these fucking mice in my backyard.
You just stepped on him and squashed him?
Yeah, I killed him. I killed every single. It was a mouse holocaust in my backyard, dude.
So how long has it been since you used the blower?
Probably last fucking fall, dude.
Jeez.
That blower is probably last fucking fall.
Some mothballs in there. You got to get some Grandpa Gus seeds and put it in there. Fucking.
Well, my neighbor behind me saw it. He's like, what the hell is Matt doing stomping around the backyard? It's like he's fucking caught on fire or something. He's stomping around, stomping at the ground shit and yelling.
Stop, drop, and roll. You gave him some of those. You gave him some. You didn't have a Christmas party this year, so you got off the ground with the fucking the high heels there with the fucking 2 inches off the ground, and you gave him the old helmet stomp.
I gave him the stomp.
After you stomped him, did you rake him up or something? Or?
No, I fucking ran the lawnmower over him. I took the lawnmower.
God.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Goodness.
Was Barb watching you? Was that like a proud moment?
Yeah, she was inside somewhere. I told her later what happened. She's like, "Oh my god, you killed all those mice." I was like, "Fuck yeah, I killed those mice."
How many you think it was? How many you think it was?
There was at least 2 adults and then a bunch of babies. There was probably about 3-4 babies. I just fucking smashed every single one of them, man. I took my lawnmower shoes. I just fucking bam, 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 bam. I was fucking dancing around the backyard, smashing all them some bitches.
Wow.
Mouse guts is great fertilizer, Lion Hale says.
Damn. No rest for the wicked over there.
But my neighbor comes over. He's like, "What the hell? What are you doing?" I was like, I told him the whole fucking story being the mouse and and the fucking stomping them and that. I fucking kill all these mice. That's what here. So he comes over with this bottle of fucking animal repellent. It's got like fucking coyote piss in it or some shit like that. He said, "Here, spray this around. It'll fucking keep the mice away and stuff." Go and buy me a bottle and try it. See if it works.
Nice.
Yeah. That was my great weekend there.
Proud moment, huh? Still got it in you.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm happy I killed all them fucking mice. I'm very happy I killed those fucking mice.
Some days you think it just gets away from you, and Now I got to go out there in my blowers. I got to start them up and make sure nothing's fucking in there.
It's funny as hell. To find out, I was like, "There's no fucking air coming out. There's no fucking air. What the hell? What's wrong with my blowers? No air." And all of a sudden, this mouse head pops out the bottom of the hole and like, "Hey, dude, what are you doing? This is my home."
I think I said this before on the show in my aggro days, which is more like yesterday, but in the really, really aggro days, I have the mouse, the wood, the glue traps, right? And I catch them on the glue trap. I put them in one of those, plastic bags that you get from the grocery store, right? And I toss it out into my driveway, and then I'd get a bat, and I would just, the thing's still alive to the glue trap, right? So I put it out its misery by putting it in the bag and then smacking it with an aluminum bat.
Perfect.
I don't know if I could do that anymore. That was
I see no issues here.
That was pre-kids and pre-dogs. You know what I mean?
Fuck them mice, man. I don't want them mice chewing up all my shit now. What the hell?
I gotta
do
go.
a lot of damage, man.
It is a plan for me next weekend to empty out my my shed, clean it all up, get all the debris out that builds up over the time of bringing stuff in and out, and then setting down some traps.
I really want to take my big equipment out and set the sumbitch on fire. And just start all over. Scorch earth pattern with these mice out there. I don't know how many more is out there, but I really want to just fucking set the whole goddamn thing on fire and start over.
Eric says, "Fuck that! I'll just put the Akitas outside for a half hour and be all done."
There we go.
That's it,
fucking,
baby.
Shooting the fucking mice and the goddamn fucking moles.
The moles,
fuck
man.
this.
The moles are something. I think the weather is warm, right? And they're just thriving because we really didn't have a cold winter. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
Anyways.
the bugs. There's lots of bugs in the ground.
Yeah. Eric, how was your week? Did you do any murdering or anything?
I mean, not to speak of, bro. I don't have anything to compete with you guys. I like to think of myself as fairly normal. I don't do anything, man. That's it. Just work and go home and play with my wife. That's about as wild as it gets, bro.
Nice. Well, we had a visitor this weekend. We had Maniac over last night.
How'd that go?
Today.
Messing with the trees and stuff.
Yeah, he took it was white ash. He looked up the leaves on his app on his phone or whatever and determined that the tree that fell is white ash. So he said that's good, very good for firewood. So he took a lot of it home with him. So got that out of the side of my driveway. He did all the cutting. He was enjoying it very much, and I just did the heavy lifting and just watched his technique that he was using. I'm more of a guy that just lets the blade do the work. I drop it in and kind of just, ease my way down. But he was, had this rocking technique and shit like that, so I was watching that. So got that all cleaned up. We did some other stuff around the house. Got the air compressor up and working, filled up some tires. I got a bike behind me. You can't. Well, yes, you can see it a little bit.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
There's no motor or anything on that thing. That's like human powered.
Yep. Jay hooked it up to my trainer, my bike trainer. So I got that, so I can do some working out in the winter to try to shed some lbs. Yeah. Jay fixed a door in my son's bedroom. The hinges were a little, I think, stripped before, or the holes were. So he took the holes out and he put some, I think, wood in there to fill it, and put some wood glue in there, put some wood glue on the screws and screwed it back in. So
good job, man. That's a good guy to have like that, man.
Yeah,
he knows that shit like that.
We won't talk about the tree incident, Jay. We'll just let that go. But,
Wait a minute. I hear there's a tree incident. What happened?
We won't talk about it. My wife has there is this tree that my wife loves. I don't mind it, but it was growing. It was growing to a point. It was growing to a point that I was tripping the floodlight. Okay, and I think somewhere something got lost in translation where I said, I want to trim this tree so it's not tripping the floodlight. And I turned my back for a second, and Jay had half the tree down. And I might not have sex ever again.
With Jay or your wife?
My wife. It's a strong debate tonight, Jay, whether the branches will grow back or not. So
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, good luck there.
Yep. I just wanted a little cut. I think I went to go turn the hose on for the power wash, and I came back, and a good sizable amount of the tree was down. But
Boy.
But A for effort, Jay. No complaints. We did it.
I'll give him a B plus.
We did it. We did it. We did it. We did a day's work. That we did. And we had some sausages.
Nice. Oh.
Yeah. And we had breakfast sandwiches.
Oh wow. Homemade?
No, the sandwiches were not. We went to a very, I think, the Harvard General Store. So there's Harvard, Mass. There's Harvard Yard. That's in Cambridge at the Harvard University. But there's actually a Harvard, Massachusetts, which is the next town over from me. So we went to the Harvard General Store. I think I'll have to get it for another show coming up. They actually filmed some movies, a movie there recently within the last year or so. One of those HBO or Netflix movies. And we went to the general store and got some, coffee and scones, breakfast sandwiches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, fancy.
Hipster place, $28 for like a coffee.
I'm out.
Coffee, 2 scones, 2 sandwiches, and some sort of other pastry that Jay got.
Good job, Jay. You made it. You the pastry put him over.
Jay was not a Dunkin' Donuts man. I was just saying, let's just go to Dunkin' Donuts to get your breakfast sandwich and coffee. But the Dunkin' Donuts, Matt, is not like McDonald's. They lack consistency.
Oh no.
Yeah, Jay is upset with his Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, well, a man by his principles.
He can always go to another one because there's one every 50 feet in Boston, bro.
Yeah, not where I am.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit in the woods, Eric. You got to go to.
Okay.
You got to go to. There's one in my town, but then if you don't like that one, you got to go to somewhere else. It's a bit of a drive.
Mm.
Hello, tell me 5 countries in America, please. Matt, you handle that while I move on and talk about football.
The fuck's that even mean? 5 countries in America? Well, there's United States, there's Canada, there's what we got South America, there's Brazil and shit.
North America, you got
Mexico?
Yeah. Anyway,
did we just win? What did we win?
We're not going to talk football today. All our teams lost. I know the Bengals are up 21-0. Eric's team lost to the 0-5 Giants, who are now 1-5, and the Patriots lost to the lowly Broncos, 18-12. It was just not a good not a good week for our teams.
It was sad.
It was sad.
It was sad, and I agree that we should move on.
Yeah. We have a lot to talk about this week. Eric's going to talk about Mario Kart Home Circuit and the Oculus Quest 2, and we got other gaming stuff to talk about as well. So we're just going to jump right into the news.
Really? Okay, do you hear what he just said? He just said, why don't you, for once in your life, just do the fucking news? All right, no, I'm going to do the fucking news. No, here is the fucking news.
All right, we got a bunch of stories to talk about this week. We'll try to get through them as expeditiously as possible. Phil Spencer, Matt, and Eric did this interview this week with Kotaku. Not sure if you had a chance to read it. It was with Stephen Totillo over at Kotaku. He touched upon many of the topics. The first one, he was talking about early sales, and he expects the demand to outstrip supply on pre-orders. He thinks for them and PlayStation, the manufacturing supply chain is going to dictate market share more than anything else. But he says over the long haul, he thinks the S is going to be the one that's going to sell the best because of price. He says price really matters, and then you're going to see that in the long term. How do you guys feel about that? You think that's to be expected?
It's an interesting take that he would say that.
Yeah. I would. Even if I thought that, I wouldn't say that because as the head of the company, you want your your premium system to sell the most. That's what I would think. But maybe he's just going outside the norms. But I wouldn't have said that.
Well, I think there's a bunch of people out there, we don't maybe recognize it, but there's a bunch of people that just don't buy these consoles all the time, and could be a crap load of people out there that have the 360, and for whatever reason, they just, they moved, they got a new job, they just had kids, they got out of gaming for a little bit, and now they're getting back into gaming, and they missed the whole 1 or PlayStation 4 cycle, and now they're going to jump back into gaming, and they don't have as much money, or they're on a budget, and they go to the S, or maybe they're all in on PlayStation 5, but they want to dabble a little bit on the Xbox as well, and they pick up an S.
Sure.
But I don't know. Don't you want to sell your premium, though, as, okay, this is our best car. I mean, you can get the Corolla, but, hey, we're trying to sell you this Toyota 4Runner because it's everything and all of that, the bag of chips. I mean, I understand that there's a market for it, but I'm not touting that out front. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I think they don't care at this point. I think they just care about getting you into the ecosystem.
I agree with that. Get you hooked up in that Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yep.
He went on to talk about the difference between the models, specifically that the S has 10 gigabytes of RAM and the X has 16 gigabytes. And Kotaku asked him if this is going to be a hindrance to get next-gen Xbox games to perform as well as the X specs should allow them to. And Spencer said, I'm not worried. I think we have proof points, like we've said, on PC that show that you can get absolutely amazing-looking games on great hardware and have those games scale to the hardware capability. He did acknowledge that this is extra work for the developers. He says, but absolutely it is work. There's no doubt about that. The fact that you have 2 performance specs now, I'm not going to stand here and try to PR you to death, but say there are different specs. It's not the same as saying there's one, and we're not doing this to make it more difficult. We're doing this to expand the market. They want to get their footprint out there in a bigger foothold. They want to give you the premium like Eric just mentioned, but they also want to hit you with something a budget.
Yep.
But if I'm a game company, well, Microsoft probably owns all of them. But if I'm a game company, do I want to make 2 different types? I mean, it's the same game, but I got to work harder to make the budget. Whereas all the floodgates are open for the premium, and I can do anything I want and create. But I got to dumb it down. That seems like more work on the budget one, and I'm not going to make as much money. You see what I'm saying? Because this is all generated on money.
For sure, and I think the money. I think probably the way they look the other way or rationalize it is they can get their game on Game Pass and be introduced to a whole segment of people that they might have never touched. And they say, all right, this is worth the effort. This is worth the heavy lifting to get us into a place where we can be, our exposure will be exponentially greater.
But then I don't know how Game Pass is because I'm just thinking outside the box like Apple. Okay, so I got my game on Game Pass, but I got to pay freaking Xbox 30% of it. You know what I mean? Is it really worth it?
Yeah, I think the proof, is going to play out here in the long term to see if it's worth it or not. I'm not sure what PlayStation's cut is. I'm sure if Xbox is getting 30 and Apple's getting 30, I think PlayStation has probably got to be somewhere in that ballpark too, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So I don't think there's a huge difference there. I think it's not just black and white there. I think they get specific deals depending on who they are. Some people just want the money up front. And other people go for the long-term gamble and say, no, we'd rather take a percentage and play the long game here and see if it pans out and works for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it certainly is an interesting topic for the small developer. The big companies, it's not a big issue for them. They'll just hire more people or they'll outsource it to whoever. But some of these smaller devs, it's going to be more work. And that's something they'll have to figure out how to do and in what way. Can they? It doesn't sound like they can opt out of that Like, right? It doesn't sound like, no, just make my game come to the X. Is that possible?
Right.
I don't know. They can certainly, like
Sounds like
Iron
they got
Hale
a
says in
prequel.
chat, they can say fuck it and we'll just go to PlayStation and not even worry about it. They can do that. But whether they can opt out of the S, I don't know. Moving on, he talks about the exclusivity, the $7.5 billion investment for Bethesda. And the question that they posed to him, is it possible to recoup $7.5 billion investment if you don't sell Elder Scrolls 6 on the PlayStation? And Spencer just simply said yes. And then he went on to say, I don't want to be flip about that. This deal was not done to take games away from another player base like that. Nowhere in the documentation that we put together was, how do we keep other players from playing these games? We want more people to be able to play games, not fewer people to be able to go play games. But I'll also say in the model, I'm just answering directly here the question that you asked. When I think about where people are going to be playing and the number of devices that we had, and we have xCloud, PC, and Game Pass in our console base, I don't have to go ship those games on another platform than the platforms that we support in order to make that deal work for us, whatever that means. So I know Matt is convinced, he's in the camp, that they don't spend $7.5 billion to make these games on multiple systems, that they will be exclusive to Xbox. If you're going to spend that money, you're going to keep them in your own ecosystem and not have them on Nintendo and not have them on Steam and not have them on PlayStation. Eric,
Yeah, they're going to be at least exclusives. They're going to be at least a timed exclusive or something like that.
Yeah, I can see it's time, but I don't see you being a good business person if you're just keeping it on one platform. I just don't see it. I just don't understand how they're making money. I mean, I know you spent $7.5 billion. How can you recoup that if you're keeping it locked into your own ecosystem? How are you making money off of it? You're making money from Game Pass, but you have 200-300 games on Game Pass. So you're not making money off of those games per se. You're making money off the subscription.
Exactly.
Right? So
Exactly.
why wouldn't I make somebody on the PlayStation 5 spend $70 to buy it?
Bingo. I think you're going to see certain games be exclusive. Maybe that new game that Todd Howard is working on, the space, Fallout in Space, whatever it's called.
Right.
Maybe that, because it's never come out before, maybe that will be the one that's exclusive to Xbox. But people are used to, on the PlayStation, playing Elder Scrolls and playing Fallout. I don't see them taking those games away from people. I see them...
Why? Just because they're used to it?
Right, I think it's different. Like, like people say, well, how come God of War then is not on Xbox? Well, God of War has always been on PlayStation. There's different. Fallout and Skyrim have always been multi-platform. So I think what Eric says makes more sense in that scenario where, hey, you want to get bonus levels, you want to get, you want to buy the game and not have it on Game Pass, you want to get a cheaper discount, you want to play it on Game Pass, come over to us. You want to pay 70 bones and get the vanilla game and not get all the content, go play it on PlayStation. We'll gladly take your money, and at the same time, we'll gladly take PlayStation's money, because PlayStation will owe me. If you're telling me that they're not going to put a game on there and not make their competitor pony up money to them,
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know how from a business sense that doesn't make any sense. Like, we're going to put it on there, we're going to take the consumer's money, and then we're going to have our competition give us money at the same time.
Exactly.
But I do think there will be exclusives that will definitely come to the Xbox. Some of these lower tier games, but I think the big hitters, I think absolutely are going to go to PlayStation. I could be wrong. I know I'm not a whiz, but Michael Pachter, who is a whiz, who is like one of those financial analysts, said that Microsoft paid 30 times more than the going rate for Bethesda. 30 times more. That, like, when all is said and done at the end of the year, they make about $200 to $300 million once all their debt and cash and everything is like paid off. So he said absolutely this deal was made to compete with PlayStation.
Absolutely.
So
Well, if Glovebox Gaming ever puts out a game, I want my game on everything. I want $70. I want Game Pass. I want Stadia. I want all. I want them all, baby.
last news item here that we'll talk about from that particular story is Xbox One getting xCloud for Xbox Series X games. That's a whole lot of Xbox there, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Box is all up in your face.
Lovely. So Spencer sounded like he was committed to bringing xCloud to the Xbox One, which means letting current-gen Xbox owners play next-gen games without buying the new box. He goes, when we think about Xbox One, absolutely. We think it could be a good way for us to bridge generations and be able to let people play those games. I don't think it's years off. It's just work to get done. And they're going to essentially prioritize PC and iOS first for xCloud, and then they're going to bring it to consoles. So that's interesting. That's like a way, like for people who have, like, damn, I want to play an Xbox Series X exclusive game, but I don't have the money right now to upgrade. I'll keep my one. The cloud will eventually come to it, and I'll be able to play it that way. As the English like to say, brilliant. Yeah. Christopher upstairs, Matt, in his bedroom, wants to play.
I think so.
I didn't mean right now, literally.
What the hell you asking me this for?
He's got an Xbox One up there. He wants to play some of these new games. You're not getting two Xbox Series X in your house, right?
That's
You're not
correct.
spending $1,000.
Fuck no.
He can play them on. He can play it on his. I don't know how they'll perform, but it's just over the internet.
It's his problem, not mine.
Oh, God. Let's move on to some other exciting news here. The PlayStation 5 UI. Have you guys seen?
Looks very crisp.
Right? Crisp.
It looks good. It looks good.
And, dare I say, revolutionary? If developers go through with this? All right,
I don't know about revolutionary, but...
So first of all, it's going to render it in native 4K and support native HDR right out of the box. So I don't think our current dashboards are like that. If that matters to you, they're going to be at native 4K. So we got there up on the screen a little screenshot here of the control center, which is down the bottom. You press the PlayStation button on your DualSense, and it will bring up this menu while you're in game. And you're going to see, the traditional home button, the game icon, parties, music, sound, your microphone. But also now up above that, there's these cards that are activities. And activities are designed to bring you, I guess, closer to the elements of the game that you're playing. So it's going to show you, like, hey, this is the level you're on. You got about 10, 15 minutes left to play this level. If you're struggling with the level, there's going to be gameplay, like help that you can look. There's even going to tell you, like, maybe these are some opportunities, there's some things you can do on the level, some things you've missed. It's going to give you the ability to jump right into levels or challenges. And you're going to be able to use this in picture-in-picture mode, Matt. So you struggle. Us BFF guys,
we struggle a lot.
We struggle with games, right? So let's say you want to put one of these activities in a picture-in-picture mode, and you can customize wherever it goes. And you want to play along as you're watching the activity to help you out. I think that's pretty fucking cool.
I think it's a very crisp, very clean-looking UI. It's familiar still, I believe. It's still got that crossbar feel to it. So I think they did well with that. I think it's great. I'm very when you go to it, you're not going to see this big jump. You're not going to go, oh my god, what do they do? Where am I going to go? It's pretty familiar, in my opinion.
So there's been a lot, Eric. There's been a lot of debate whether developers are going to use this. We just talked about the extra work that developers are going to have to do for the S and the X. Now you're going to ask developers to do all this other work. And PlayStation said, we're asking developers to expose this data so it can be integrated with the system UI and that it can be shown as a card. So that's one thing. The other one is official game help. So we can show the official game help video when you are stuck in the game. You can bring up the cards and you can watch it. So these are all from metadata coming out of the game and linking back to the associated data. So you're right. We are asking publishers and developers to provide us the best insight information to the system, but without having the user going into the game deeply. The user can see it, and the user can jump back into the game quickly. So hopefully it's not like, they have to develop these things, the developer. They can just provide some sort of back-end data, and then the PlayStation can do the heavy lifting for them to craft those cards.
I think that'll probably be something that's, installed or something on the dev kits. It'll be part of the development process. So I think it's going to be an easy transition for developers to do that.
Hope so, because it's pretty cool. It's some cool shit.
Yeah,
it's cool. Yeah. It's very neat.
Hey, what do you think about this, Eric? We're going to be getting to a party. Matt says, guys, you wouldn't believe it. I'm playing PUBG right now, and I'm in the top 5. But me and Eric are playing Fall Guys, and we're just having a great old time. But we're curious, Matt, on how you're doing in PUBG. Okay, we can now. You can share your screen to us, and we can have it picture-in-picture mode, and we can place it anywhere we want on the screen. Eric and I can continue to play our Fallout game, Fall Guys, and you can continue to play in PUBG. We can all talk, and we can laugh when you don't finish number 1 and you don't get the chicken,
which is what would happen in real life, probably. The pressure.
That's fantastic, man. That is
pretty cool.
Awesome. That's an awesome feature.
So Sony, obviously, with that whole thing, they got their camera with their system. Okay, Xbox still has not said anything about streaming and cameras that you can use. Correct?
They have not. We do have a story in here a little bit about sharing with Xbox coming up, but they have not come out about cameras, correct?
PlayStation almost put some OBS functionality into, the PlayStation. And that's, that we're starting to look at the interface and stuff and starting to peel back the onion a little bit. Not that Xbox has to be worried, but these guys are innovating, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we got an Xbox story that's coming up with that. It's not really them doing all the heavy lifting, but we'll get to it. Sharing, Eric. We know that you're a guy out there on the social media. You like to get people, hyped up about all things Glovebox Gaming. And I'm sad to say that we forgot at the beginning. Once again, Matt, we are a subsidiary of Glovebox Gaming. So it's confirmation that both screenshots and video are captured in 4K resolution. This is a huge one, Matt. You take that picture of you winning the chicken dinner.
Hell yeah.
And you're so excited and you want to share it out, and you might be, all fucking thumbs late at night, your hands are sweaty, and you're fucking typing, look at me.
After that, I will be all sweaty.
And I'll be like, I'm the shit, and you're trying to type it out, and you just can't make heads or tails.
Yeah.
Out the window, Matt. Just press that fucking mic button on your DualSense and just talk to it, and it will do dictation from your mouth to the screen, and then you share it.
Well, that's scary.
Right?
I would like to see Sony try and dictate some of the stuff I say.
As long as you're not...
That would be a feature right there that we should have on the show. Matt's dictation of the week.
As long as you're not using Mike's Astro A50s, you're good.
Hey, I got the Astro fixed it this week. They're back in good graces.
All right, cool.
So no microphone required for the dictation. Again, the DualSense has it built in right in. And I saw in chat they were talking about trading in stuff and Frisbees and 5 cents for your disc. Well, Sony has confirmed that the code on the disc matters. PlayStation 4 will always let you run that code. Patches are never mandatory except for totally online titles. The same is true for PlayStation 5. Not being able to run the disc code would be out of the question. So you're a person that buys a game and you don't live in an area where there's online, you don't want to go online, it will install what's on the disc, and you'll be able to play it off the disc, as long as it's not like a Destiny game, you know what I mean, where you got to be online.
Yeah.
Here's the picture of the new store on the screen here. You'll see the UI across the top, and then the store is baked in right now, so it's not a separate app. It's looking slick, and it's got that Ratchet and Clank that Eric wants to play.
It looks good.
Oh,
it looks like a nice, easy to see UI for sure. Very nice, clean. I like it.
Party chats were a big topic of conversation this week, Matt. I guess you've been naughty on PlayStation. People want to record your voice and they want to tattletale on you. So there was a lot of concern about that. And the reason being is PS4 system update 8.00 was released this week, and maybe it's had some disaster effects to current parties. I'm not sure. I haven't been in a party this week. I don't even know if I've taken the update yet. But they've apologized about the situation, that they didn't clearly communicate this feature or explain why we're introducing it. Essentially, when the PS5 launches, you will be able to be in chat parties with people still on the PS4, which is why they needed to include this advisory note on the PlayStation 4 system update this week. So once the PS5 launches, if a PS5 player needs to file a harassment report, let's say, Matt, sometimes we've been in parties. I'm not sure if you were in the party with me one time or if this was online with Chewy and them. But there was one time where we were in a party and some guy came on and just started spouting off like some of the most like evil racist shit you could hear, right?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that. And you were streaming. You were streaming on Twitch that day.
Yeah, and it was like someone we didn't know. He came in, he knew the person that was in the party with us, and anyways, long story short, you're going to be able to record this. You'll be able to include up to a 40-second long voice clip in the report, 20 seconds of the main conversation with the other player, plus an additional 10 seconds before and after the conversation selection. Only the most recent 5 minutes of a voice chat will be available for a player to use for this reporting function. These reports can be submitted directly through the PlayStation 5 console and will be sent to our consumer experience team for moderation, who will then listen and take action. Some submitted reports won't be valid, and our team will take this as an opportunity to provide guidance and education. There won't be an option to opt out of this voice chat recording function because we want all users to feel safe.
Yeah, I don't know where I stand on this. I understand the reason behind it because people say some shitty shit on, online and stuff and that. But there's many times, Mike, you and I are in a party, you, me, Jay's in there, I's in there, something like that, and we say some, interesting shit sometimes.
Right.
And I guess now there's opportunity that one of us could take that recording and get us in trouble.
There is that opportunity, sure. I guess that's you're going to have to be more restrictive on who you let into your parties, right? Friends only, no friend invites. You know what I mean? No friends of friends.
Well, even if it is, like I said, just us four, someone can say hair up their ass. Say, you know what? Fuck, I don't like what Matt said. We were all just talking shit, just bullshitting. Someone's like, you know what? I'm going to send this to Matt's employer, get him in trouble or something like that.
No, you can't record it. Well, you could do that now, Matt. I could stream right now and record you and send it to your employer.
Sure.
No one's stopping me. There's no option on the PS5, from my reference, to record that in the UI and then have a clip of it saved in my files to send to anybody I like. I think the function is it records it, and then if you want to report it, it just goes to PlayStation. There's not like a distribution list where, hey, I want to send this to everybody at Matt's work. You know what I mean? It's not like a mail program. Now,
but they can still send it to Sony and complain that, hey, Matt said this shit here, even though it was all.
Yes, I think Sony is the only one that's going to get that. Now, hey, we could be recording right now. Someone could record it and could do whatever. We could stream something. That functionality has existed forever. Someone can record it, right? Right. Oh, because the soundboard that isn't filled with questionable Matt comments.
No comment there.
Yeah.
Women of
the night.
All right, Mr. Advanced butt plug.
I'm not so concerned about it. Hey, listen, I got Alexas all over my fucking house. Right? All some of the shit they found.
But that shit, like, Alexa, I'm not... Oh, now it's going to fucking go off. But I'm not concerned about saying shit about friends and stuff when I talk to Amazon. Okay?
Right.
When I'm on chat, group chat sometimes, we say shit. And it's like, fuck, man, I don't want to... I'm sometimes like, oh, shit, are we recording?
Right.
Don't want to get that out.
I think if you ask me honestly, I think if you ever said something that crossed the line and someone else was in party and they went to Xbox and PlayStation before this announcement, I bet you they have the ability to pull that chat. I bet you if the FBI came to them and says, hey, we think, there's some terrorist shit going on in your service, we need the voice logs from these users on such and such date, I bet you they can pull them. Right, Eric? You don't think that's available?
That's 100% accurate there, sir.
Yeah. I needed to go to a law enforcement person to make my point.
Absolutely.
Moving on, GameStop. I think these people, they were just talking about these people in chat and not getting any money. They're going to be a thing because Microsoft is propping them up. There's a new revenue sharing deal with GameStop where they're going to give GameStop a percentage of any digital sales made on those Xbox consoles that are sold by GameStop, including digital downloads of full games and DLC, in-game microtransaction, and any subscriptions, which would include Xbox Live Gold and Xbox Game Pass.
Wow. So
you buy the console from GameStop, they're going to get a cut of anything you do digitally. Microsoft wants to keep them in business. And if you read the article even more, it sounds like maybe they have some of these other types of agreements with other people, although they didn't name them. So that's interesting. We thought GameStop would go the way of the dodo bird, but it seems Microsoft's going to do their part to keep them up and running. Certainly we don't know what type of money it is. It could just be pennies, but pennies add up over time if you get a whole bunch of people, buying shit.
They're gonna probably rebrand them. They're gonna be called Xbox GameStop.
Phil
Game Pass. Game Pass stop.
Phil Spencer's sweatshop.
Yep, exactly.
We were just talking about streaming and sharing and all that stuff. Lightstream integration is now baked into the Twitch Xbox app. This is an $8 a month service, and you'll be able to get overlays, alerts, multiple scenes, and more. So you have to have a Lightstream Studio account, but when you log into the Twitch Xbox app, go to the Broadcast tab and select Lightstream in the destination field. You'll go live, and your stream will output automatically and be directed to Lightstream, and your overlays, alerts, and other customizations will be layered on before the stream is broadcasted on Twitch. And you can use your mobile device as a remote control so you can easily switch scenes while you stream. So you don't have a PC, you don't want to get a PC, but you want to get into streaming and you want to have a little bit more sophistication in your stream, $8 a month, you can subscribe to Lightstream.
Interesting.
Still no mention, Matt, of cameras and anything like that, right?
No, but it sounds like they're trying to do like their own little OBS type of thing with overlays and shit like that, try and, bypass them. Kind of streamline it a little bit.
Getting back to that last topic, it seems like people are talking about it in chat. Now, I'm sure, don't you think they're going to hit you over the head with more add-ons when you go in there to buy shit to up their revenue?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, they already do anyways, right? But just imagine going into GameStop now that they get the revenue. What happens if they don't get revenue from PlayStation and they get it from they get it from Microsoft only? Are they going to teach their employees to steer you towards Xbox products because they get a bigger cut?
Sure.
That'll be interesting.
I wonder do they still every 5 seconds ask you if you want to pre-order something, pre-order a game. I'm like, last time somebody asked me, I'm like, dude, what's the purpose of pre-ordering games anymore? We don't have to do that.
Yeah. PlayStation stuff would be a little harder to find in the store?
You think they'll put it in the back? in the back corner? In the back corner?
Oh, sorry, we don't have any of those PlayStation 5s in stock right now, all out. But, boy, we got a shit ton of Xboxes available.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, they're shady about that shit anyway. They fucking back when, we're sold out just regular PS4s and Xbox Ones. But, hey, we got this bundle we can sell, though. This $600 bundle. You want to buy that?
Yeah.
So, no, I just want the fucking console.
In the back corner with the women of the night.
Women of the night.
Hey, I heard they got curbs.
Vaginas.
Hey, Matt, I heard they're doing well during the pandemic. They got curbside pickup these days.
I bet they do.
I'll never forget, man, in the Combat Zone Theater District of Boston, my brother one time took me through there doing a drive, and there was this woman eating a slice of pizza with a trench coat on. The red light came, all the cars stopped. She looked back, pulled up her trench coat, and ate the slice of pizza at the same time.
Fuck yeah, man, that's good pizza. Showed you 2 types of pie.
Oh man, double pie.
Oh no.
Jay says he's trying to stream right now and he's not seeing that functionality. Jay, well, I think you got to sign up for Lightstream.
I think he's got a user issue going on there.
User error. Matt, tell me about Destiny 2 optimization for next gen. When is that coming out?
Not till December 8th.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Disappointing. That is disappointing. Yeah, they're hyping up the whole delay and everything with Beyond Light and all that, and the new Series X and next gen for all these, and it's the optimization is not coming till December 8th, and cross gen play is not happening till December 8th also. So that's a little disappointing. Yeah. So we're not going to get our 60 FPS until a month later. Yeah. Wonder why that is.
So no one even get the 60 FPS right out of the gate?
Nope.
The optimization. Not till the 8th.
Optimization, everything, not till December 8th.
Yeah,
well,
that's
disappointing.
Now, Randy Pitchford sticks his nose up at them, Matt, and says, I will give you your optimizations on day one, November 10th for Xbox and November 12th for PlayStation 5. Day one, Borderlands 3.
Yeah, we'll see if it turns your machine off or not, Mike. Okay, let me know after that. Okay.
Hey, we had a successful night playing the other day because you joined me. So does that mean the issue's on your end?
I've already said it was on my end, so I'm not denying that. But I'm just saying, let me know when he gets back with you after your Xbox, shuts off or some other fucking issue happens on your Borderlands 3.
We're really talking about Borderlands again. This next story here is for Iron Hail, both Jays, the Maniacs and the Iron Hails. One guy likes his warranty more than the other. One guy doesn't like Microsoft, though, so maybe it's really only for Maniac. Microsoft is extending the warranty on its Xbox Elite 2 controller from 90 days to 1 year. To ensure satisfaction, we are extending the warranty coverage period on Elite Series 2 controllers from 90 days to 1 year from the date of purchase. The warranty extension applies retroactively, meaning anyone who incurred repair costs for the Xbox Elite 2 controller will be issued a refund by Microsoft before October 31st. So I know a lot of people. There was one guy, he used to be on a podcast, Meef, always complained about the 90-day warranty. I think Denny had an issue with that too, didn't he?
Denny had an issue with the original PS4 controller.
That's right, yeah.
That thing's coming off, yeah. Is
it in-store or center Microsoft? That's a good question. Let me see if that, because we know Jay likes to do the in-store stuff. Looking at it here, it doesn't state, but I'm saying it's a refund comes from Microsoft, so you must have to send it to Microsoft. And the last bit of news here, Eric, Google Stadia. They had a big week this week. They announced that Cyberpunk is coming day and date on Stadia as well. So people are excited. But there's going to be something called the Good Stuff event this week from October 20th to the 22nd. Promises announcements, reveals, and other surprises this week. Eric, let me ask you. I hypothesized on Discord this week that maybe, or maybe it was in Twitter, that you would maybe get Cyberpunk for Stadia, because here you are at work tonight. You get done with this podcast. You're all pumped up. You're excited, and you want to play some Cyberpunk, and you can just pull it up on your phablet. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan, but I'm definitely going to get it on the consoles first. But yeah, that sounds good to me. I'll do that for research sake.
It doesn't have cross save though. I don't think, right? That would.
I don't think so, but who cares? I'll still get it to play it.
Right. So
yeah, I saw that news about the Stadia also. They said, "Hey, Stadia's not going anywhere, and we're digging our feet in." That's basically what they were saying. I was like,
they're sticking it in there, aren't they? They're staying around.
I said, okay.
So we'll see what happens this week with their announcements, the 20th to the 22nd.
Yeah.
And now we're going to turn it over to Eric. Eric is going to talk about
what
Mario Home Circuit and the Oculus Quest 2. So however you want to kick it off there.
I want to say something first before we get into that. Something that I'm proud of. I finished Last of Us 2, bro.
You finished Last of Us 2? How exciting.
Oh, man, it was exciting. I was excited. I actually stood up. I stood up and was clapping, man. That was a great thing. And it's great because there's going to be another one. I mean, the way it ended, oh, man. That was fantastic, man. Oh, epic.
Wow. Really happy about that, aren't you?
Yeah, man. I was in good spirits after that. All right, let's get to this the Mario. What you want first? Let's do the Oculus Quest first.
All right.
Oculus Quest 2.
So how bad is the Facebook integration? People are losing their minds over it this week. Other people are losing their minds because the Oculus founder is one of the biggest donors to the current president. So just a lot of backlash in Oculus this week because of Facebook and the donation. So how, that aside, how are you enjoying it?
Well, I'm going to be honest. The Facebook integration is, you just have to have a Facebook account. I mean, other than that, you don't see anything. They don't have Facebook branding crap everywhere. It doesn't do that.
Here's the rub. Some people are saying that they've been banned before for Facebook, whether it's a inappropriate meme, a political meme, and Facebook has put them on a timeout, and now they can't access their games.
I don't know anything, but I don't know how that will happen, because once you turn on the system, it looks just like it's always looked. I don't know. I don't know how that would even happen, because
and I don't think they allow you. Go ahead.
The only integration I see is they have this thing on there called Facebook Venues, where it's a social hub, and it's actually pretty decent. Actually, I went into this one, and you go into like this town center, right? And you have different places you can go. Like I went to this one comedy club, and you watch it. It's like you walk into a comedy club, and you're watching the screen, of course, of the comics, but the comics understand that they're on VR. Sometimes they make jokes. He said, they're like, "Hey, we're in this," and I'm like, this one lady was like, "I'm sure some guy is looking at my fat ass," and all that, But it's fantastic. That's the only Facebook integration I've seen that I can actually see that says Facebook. Other than that, it's Oculus all day, every day.
Okay, that's good. And how was the setup and everything? Seamless?
It's the same as the Rift, the original Rift. I mean, the original Quest. It's the same thing. It looks exactly the same.
How was the difficulty?
The graphics the graphics on the 2 are a lot crisper, a lot clearer. No screen door effect, none of that whatsoever.
Mm. What was the pre-order situation like for the Quest 2? Bibbs is saying in chat here the reason why it's so cheap is because your info is worth more money to them. Was there a big demand for the Oculus Quest 2, or were you able to get it right away with no issues?
I was able to get mine right away, but after I got mine, I saw that they were sold out everywhere. So I don't know. It wasn't as quick as the PS5 and the Xbox, but it was hard to get into. But I think now they caught up, and you can get one. I believe so. It's not a big deal. It's a lot lighter. It's I opted and got the Elite head strap with mine. That's a $50 head strap that you buy with it, because I guess they saw that people were modding this. Like I modded my older one with the Vive headset, and I guess they saw that was a big thing, because the first Oculus Quest was kind of face front heavy, but this one isn't. It's light, man. It's very light, and it's the head strap goes well with it. It's fantastic, man. I don't see a problem with it. If you like VR, man, it's something to get into.
Now, are there games that are exclusive to the Quest 2 or no?
Not right now, no.
And what's the size? Go ahead.
The big deal about the Quest 2 is that Oculus and Facebook, I guess, is opening up the 90 hertz. They're opening that up, and developers are able to go strictly to 90 hertz now, whereas the original Quest couldn't do that.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. And what was the question you was going to ask, Mike?
Bibb says the 64 gigabytes is sold out locally where he's at. What flavors are they coming? 64 and what else?
256.
Now, interesting with the phones, Matt. iOS, the new iPhone 12 that's coming out, they've done away with the. I think they've done away with either the 64 or the 128. I think the 64 gigabyte phone they've done away with. So now it's like 128 and 256.
128 is.
Yeah, 128. 128's become pretty much a standard for most Android phones too now.
Yeah.
Now with the Quest, the 64, I mean, it's a good size. I have a lot of games on mine. Unless you're downloading like a lot of movies and everything, the 64 is fine. But 256, I didn't see where I needed that. But you can get that,
So did you go back and play any stuff that you felt was really outstanding the first time around, and said, "Hey, let me check it out here on the newer system to see how it looks and operates"?
Yes, I played pretty much everything in my library, and the graphical bump up is noticeable. It's very noticeable.
So you popped in what? What would be an example?
From Beat Saber, and the speakers and everything on the new Oculus are better. Beat Saber, a lot of the driving games I played, some of the first person shooter games they have out there. Yeah, there's a definite difference.
So you're happy with the purchase?
Oh yeah, no regrets whatsoever. And it's cheap. It's $299. It's fantastic. That's a great price.
Is the first iteration, like Oculus One, Oculus Two. Have there been other VR headsets that have already been 1 and 2? The Vive already had multiple ones, or no?
Yeah, the Rift and all that. Yeah, all of them have. They had the OG ones. They were selling when the VR first came out, the dev kits. A lot of people were getting the VR headsets through the dev kits and everything. But now, they're kind of consumer friendly now. The HP, that one, which one did Valve just put out? The HP Valve or something, whatever. They have one. When Half-Life Alyx came out, that's like $1,000. It's ridiculous.
Did you finish that?
No, I'm not finished that, but I was playing it the other day with the new Quest 2. It looks great, let me tell you.
Nice.
Fantastic.
So what's the deal with Mario Home Circuit?
Okay, let me tell you something about Mario. First of all, I went and bought mine from Target.
$100, right?
$99, $100, yep. And they had only 2. I didn't know this was a hard thing to get, but it's a hard thing to get from what I understand, right? Let me tell you, Nintendo is some innovative SOBs, man. I'm thinking, okay, I get this thing. And I just got new floors put in my house, so I have the perfect track for for Mario Home Circuit Live, man. Let me tell you. And you have to set it up with your Wi-Fi,
Yep.
and you have to have the car. You get the little car, and you have to use a little code, and it you have to connect it to the car to your Switch via Wi-Fi.
Like a QR reader, right?
Yes, absolutely. And the car is pretty. It's nice, man. It's like a nice little decent sized car. It's rubber wheels and everything. It's pretty cool. And you can, when you playing Mario Kart and you do the drifting and stuff, it does that, somewhat. But what the funny thing about it is when you're playing it, when you're looking on the screen on your Switch, it looks like it's freaking going fast as hell, right? But when you watching it around your house, it's not going really that fast. But it looks like it's going fast on the screen. And, you got to use you can only play a single player unless you buy a whole nother $99, car with, Luigi or whatever. They sell Luigi also. And it's not online. You can't play it online. You just play it locally.
So who are you racing
And
against? Other cars that are in the game?
Yes, you're racing against virtual opponents in the game, unless you have somebody at your house that has Luigi or whatever.
And the virtual opponents look like they're racing on your floor.
Yes, it looks so. It's AR basically is what it is, and it looks fantastic. It's hard to probably get you guys to imagine. I don't know if you have the video. You can see the video of it. I'm about to do a video for Glovebox Gaming, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, it looks great, man. It looks like you can have these 4 gates that come with it, and you can make it however you want. They say if the bigger the space, the better.
How far away from the system can you go with it?
Pretty far if you have good Wi-Fi in your house. You know what I mean?
Are there power-ups?
Yes, and you get like the speed burst, and the actual car actually goes faster. You can see it go faster. It's pretty cool, man.
But have you let your dog?
No, my dogs don't go nowhere.
They don't go anywhere near it?
No, they're not.
Yeah, do something with it.
They're outside when I'm playing that stuff, man. Let my dogs like that. But it's so innovative, man. And Nintendo did a really, really good job with this, man. I could see this being the Christmas toy to get.
It's on my son's list. It's on my son's Amazon Christmas list.
But I hear they're sold out everywhere, man.
Well, they'll make more. All right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That whatchamacallit shit was hard to get. That Ring Fit that Matt keeps hoping someone sends to his house. So
I'm waiting for someone to send it to me so I can do that shit online, man.
Do some aerobicizing.
I said on the show, man, someone send me that shit, man. I'll be fucking a video. There'll be a video, man, on YouTube doing that shit.
Can we get a little aerobicizing and mice stomping all in one?
Sure.
That's aerobics right there. The game actually, the Mario Kart Live is actually free. You can download it from the store, but you can't really play unless you have the car and all the little gates and stuff. So the game is actually free. You can only there's not a game in the box whatsoever. You have to download it off the site, off the eShop.
RoboPig says, "Make note to send Matt a Thigh Master."
I'll do a video of that. I'll do a video of that shit.
What is what are the gates for, Eric?
Well, the car recognizes the gates. They have like a
sort of keeps things on track.
Yes, you can actually cheat. You know what I mean? Because what it does is it maps out your house. You take the car, and the little guy puts I think his name is Loku or something like that. He puts this pink paint on your tires, right? So you take the car and you could, because it has a free mode also, and you take the car and you go through the gates 1, 2, 3, and 4, and once you're finished, okay, now that's your track, right? But you can kind of cheat though if you didn't want to. If you just wanted to beat the opponents, you can skip around the gates and everything like that.
So you think at some point they're going to sell other characters, right? Like you said, they sell Luigi, so. but it's a whole other like game. Like you could buy the Mario flavor or the Luigi flavor, right?
Right. But it's the same game though.
But what I'm saying is, when do you think they're going to sell these things sort of like individually, like amiibos? You know what I mean? Like just go out and I want to get Princess Peach, I'm going to get Bowser. You know.
I think they will eventually.
Yeah, depending if it catches on or not.
Yeah, I can see
and I think it's going to be $100 still, because basically in the box all you get is the car and some cardboard. You don't get a game, so they're going to sell all of them for $100. You ask me.
Wow. Well, you had a fucking eventful week there, Eric. Lots of gaming going on, so good for you.
Yeah, man. I really enjoy that Mario, man. So
that sounds really cool, man.
If you get your hands on it, I don't know how. Well, I've seen some people, they had it on carpet, but I don't know how well it works.
I don't have to worry about carpet over here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let's segue. Hey. Manscaping 2.0, the lawnmower does fucking wonders, baby. Let's segue over to Matt. What was your gaming week like this week, sir?
You and I did some Borderlands. We did that Captain Haunt, which went pretty well. It went very easy because we was only on Mayhem.
We weren't even on Mayhem. Mayhem.
Yeah, just regular old
vanilla
gameplay. Yeah. So that went very well. Very well. Lots of fun getting there. I went and I spent probably about an hour Tuesday morning or Monday morning just cleaning out my vault of anything that was 55 or below. I just said, fuck it. I'm selling all this shit. It was very time consuming. I hate it, but I got rid of all that shit. My vault is pretty much now empty. My backpack's pretty much empty. I've just got some shit now that I'm liking and playing and using. So, but I gotta play some more of. I gotta get to level 65 now, right? Is max level. So I gotta get there. I gotta look at a good build for Zane. I gotta look online for I had a good build for Zane before, so I gotta look that up and see with the extra points where I should put him in that and see what's going on there. Destiny 2. Been doing some of that, grinding away, getting some of my power level up, some more and stuff.
That's a Borderlands 3 protest biddy.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. What else has I been doing this week?
Baseball is at a fever pitch, Matt, in the World Series. You been playing any MLB The Show to get in the mood?
I have not. I want to, though. I want to.
What do you think the odds are that MLB The Show comes to the Xbox Series X next year?
I think they're slim. I would love to see it. But I think they're slim right now. I don't think that they've. I think another year it'll be there.
Yeah.
You know, they could surprise. They could come here next February. Say, hey, guess what, bitches? We're everywhere now. You know.
Do you think we'll see gaming titles shift their release date during COVID? Because right now NHL 21 is out, right? But hockey's not playing right now like it normally is in October. Hockey's not going to start up until January or February. Do you think that they're going to release these games to be more in line with the COVID start of seasons, or do you think they're just going to keep to the same old dates?
They didn't do it with Madden. Madden didn't do any changes.
Well, football didn't change, I don't think. Football just didn't have preseason.
They didn't have it preseason.
Right. So just question if what they're going to do with basketball. I think basketball's already out. So maybe just with baseball, they're going to delay the baseball release to line up. Be interesting.
Nah, I think what they would do, I mean, they'll release it, but they'll me in particular, I know I'll probably wait until the rosters are solid up. If the things were happening, I think that'd be the thing is the rosters. There'll be a giant roster update that comes out when the game, which is no different anyway when it comes out. Opening day, there's a huge roster update that comes out in these games anyway. So I don't see anything different there. There might be, some type of delay as far as motion capture with some of these players and stuff like that.
You wonder if it's just recycled assets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good point there. But I don't know. But I'd be curious to see it in February if MLB The Show says, "All right, hey, we're on Xbox now too."
Did you end up buying Madden, or you just used your trial and that was it?
My trial still has not ended, dude. I played it the other day some more, and it says, "Hey."
Man, I think you bought it, Matt. You just don't know.
No, because I get on. It says, "Hey, you've got less than 10 hours left on your trial." All right, cool. I've had less than 10 hours ever since I started playing this fucking thing. But okay, I'll keep playing it. I get on. It says, "Hey,
this guy keeps playing as the Bengals. They don't have any wins. Let's just keep attacking on a few more hours until they get a win."
Once they get a couple more
Eric,
wins.
What are you laughing at?
You gotta play.
What are you laughing at, Eric? The football. You'd have the same situation if you played as the football team.
Hey, look. They probably won't even let me play 10 hours. They'd be like, "Know what? You can watch the football team. We're not even on here. Get out of here." Man.
Too bad it couldn't be Washington team football. Then you could just be the what the fucks.
They say that here all the time here in DC.
The WTFs. WTFs.
It's always on the headline, WFT, WTF. Watch football team. What the fuck?
All right, Matt. Sorry to disrupt you.
No. But that's about it for me. There's
hey, man. I got a game that I played that I forgot to tell you. You should get Torchlight 3, man. It's fantastic.
I've seen Torchlight 3 and that other game. Mike talked about it, and my son Noah was talking about that Phantasmophobia, whatever the hell it is.
The what?
That new horror game, that Phantasmophobia, Phantasphobia. Whatever that goddamn new.
Need some biddies. Someone look that up and tell me what he's trying to say.
Somebody translate.
Somebody give me a translation in chat.
Phasmophobia. That's it.
Phasmophobia.
That's it. That's it. That's it. So it's just some type of scary horror game or something like that. I don't know. I have to check that out.
Well,
Golf with Friends. Did we play Golf with Friends this past week too? For a little bit, I think.
We did do that. Yep.
Matt in words is great.
When this podcast,
we need a speak and spin with Matt. What does Matt say? Pull the string. Oh, Matt says this. Speak and say. Matt, speak and say.
When this bad fodder figures thing takes its, when it comes to its culmination, Matt still wants to go on to his keeps podcasting. That should be your show. Matt in words is great. That'll be the name of the podcast. Just have an hour straight of you talking, like trying to pronounce things.
Just going through the dictionary, just saying words.
People will just put them in chat, and you just have to read it back.
We should try that.
We should do that here. We can do that now.
Yeah.
People could put a word in chat and have you try and say it.
Sounds like. Can I get the phonetics? Can I get the phonetic spelling, please? We'll have a spelling.
Can I get the matonetic fucking spelling?
Oh boy. Let's see here. As far as me, what I've played, I did do more of Tsushima. I don't think you were around last week when I talked about it, but you didn't tell me about this whole ghost stance that I eventually was going to unlock. That is such a game changer. I really like that. It puts more importance to not take damage, so you can build up that meter, and then you can go full on ghost mode and just fucking wreak havoc. So I'm digging that. But yeah, just making a lot of progress. I think I'm on par to have it wrapped up by the new console, so that's great. The only other new thing that I played this week that we haven't talked about is NHL 21, because that is the 10-hour trials with EA Play. So I downloaded and been playing that, and that just feels and looks great, very crisp. So we might have to do some streaming on that.
I'll download it.
They have that 3-on-3 mode, which is very nice, the threes, which is more of like NHL Blitz type stuff, where just there's no penalties and you can just shoulder block people and go fucking crazy. My one complaint with the game, sort of like right out of the box, is it's very easy to trip people, and the fucking refs do not miss a call. I even bumped the slider down to about 30% from 50, and every little poke check that I missed and ended up tripping someone, they still called a penalty. So that was my one minus. But other than that, some of the camera angles, some of the in between, like, when they're at the face off and they show the angle through the boards and stuff, just really, really well done. So super excited to keep playing that.
Hey, Mike, let me ask you this. So EA Play is coming to Game Pass November 10th, right? So are we still going to get 10 hours of whatever game?
I think it's EA Play still stays exactly the same, except you're just not paying for it. So from my understanding, nothing functionality-wise changes except the payment. So you're not getting the games.
So we can play it on the phablet for 10 hours or whatever, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Right, yeah. You're not getting the games for free. It's still going to be the 10-hour trial and the discount when you want to buy it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. All right. We have one voicemail. Matt, why don't you give out the number while I get ready to play this voicemail from our buddy Slaterific.
Ooh, wow. That's a voice from the
pizza. Yeah, the pizza guy.
508-659 BFFS 508-659-2337.
Okay, here we go.
Hey guys, Slaterific here. I just found out that Santa Claus has secured a pre-order for me for an Xbox Series S. So now I'm thinking about all the digital games I'm going to be getting for it and whatnot. We had that thought. So everyone's talking about Microsoft getting rid of Xbox Live Gold, which doesn't seem to come to fruition. So kind of wondering what your guys' thoughts are on Xbox Live going forward with games with Gold and PlayStation Plus going into the PS5. Do you think they're going to obviously probably add games, but do you think Xbox is going to take anything away, like the 360 games or the OG Xbox games, or do you think PlayStation is just going to add a PS5 game and keep everything the same? Just wondering your thoughts. All right, guys, take it easy.
That is a good question there. Thanks, Slaterific. He's wondering, he sounded like he's getting an S, so he's getting a digital-only system, and he's wondering what games he could possibly get for free. I think it is an interesting question, so PS Plus rolls out in November, right? Are those just going to be PS4 games? What happens December 1st, Eric? Is it going to be a mix? Are they going to give you something PS5 right off the bat? If you remember, last gen we got Resogun, I think, right off the bat, and then maybe shortly thereafter we got Rocket League.
I think they're going to give you something like
Bug Snacks.
No. We laughed
the
little.
I laughed at that game.
The
Astro game,
the VR game. Yeah, the Astro game. They're going to give that for free. Just to get you a taste of the PS5. I think they'll give.
There's going to be some indie game that you didn't hear of that they're gearing up to give you for free. Resogun was a big hit for them. Rocket League was a big hit. There's been no talk of PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live going away. No one's confirmed that yet. So by all accounts, I think you're still going to get games, but it's a good question. I don't know what that offering is going to look like, if it's just going to still be a smattering of current gen mixed with old or what. Time will only tell. Matt, do you have a feeling one way or the other?
I feel that Xbox Live will go away before PS Plus does. I think they're going to just roll it in with Game Pass.
Yeah, this is
it. No more Live.
They're just changing the name from Xbox Live to Xbox Game Pass.
Right.
That's all it is.
But there will be no more $60 a year subscription. It's going to be, you're going to pay the $15 or whatever.
It's a lot of money to kiss away.
There's a lot more money to be made on Game Pass.
Exactly. A lot more value to it.
Mm-hmm.
But they have people who maybe don't want to do Game Pass, but just want to play Xbox Live. Just want to
I guess they're
play Call of Duty. Just play Call of Duty.
Well, they can go kick rocks because
I don't think it's going away anytime soon. I don't think they probably know. I don't think they probably know how to proactively. They're going to do it like they did with EA Play. They're just going to proactively all right, so you have 3 months of Xbox Live left, and they're just going to say, all right, that gives you 1 month of Game Pass.
Yeah, they did like they did with that Game Pass Ultimate deal they had a couple a year ago or so when they gave get like it for $1 for a couple months or some shit like that.
Yeah.
With your Xbox Live, whatever Xbox Live you had left, you get it for like $1 or whatever, some shit like that. It's going to be the same thing.
Yeah, they're going to eventually extinct it. It's just going to go away.
Yep.
They better not, man. November, I'm a hater. November 2nd, I'll be 18 years on Xbox Live. I'm a hater though, and I have multiple Xboxes in my house. But I'm a hater though, and fuck, man, my badge is going to say 18 years coming up on the 2nd. I've been seeing your chats there. Yes, I know about the Legends, and yes, I want to play. We got to carve out some time for that. Thanks, Slaterific, for the voicemail. If you too want to leave a voicemail, you can do so by calling 508-659-BFFS. Matt, how you doing? You feeling tired? You upbeat? Can you blast out a terrible topic or no?
Got two, I guess.
All right. How about we split the difference and do one and play the intro for it?
Let's play the intro and choose.
Okay. If I can find it.
Might be women of the night walking around. Broadcasting out their anuses. I'm like 70s Harry.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at that. Burn it up. I'm right down to the fucking fan. Adult toys, sex crime or sexual assault, and vaginas. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right, who's got the GPS on the rub and tug?
And this guy's
Man, I love
this guy's worried about the fucking PS5 recording his voice.
I'm just going to say, send that to PS5. Oh my God, listen to this guy.
Oh no,
Listen to this guy.
This is what I'm doing, Matt. We're getting a fucking PS5 like we did in PUBG on the plane.
Yeah.
And we're playing that jingle, and we're just gonna send them that.
I can't believe that you did that today.
Oh man.
And people at PlayStation are gonna give us a golf clap and be like, fuck making suspending these clowns. I'm gonna make them brand ambassadors.
You're like, who is this guy? He's gonna be a new spokesperson.
Oh man.
Women of the night.
Funny.
Vaginas.
Do you say this at night when you circle the bed and Bob's there? Women of the night. Vaginas. And then just dive in. Take me.
Get in the fucking van.
You say that? Get in the van, Bob. Get in the van.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
I laugh at that every time, man. It's so funny.
Oh God. All right. We got two choices here. One was sent in from a great listener of the show. Bibbs, thank you very much for sending in your idea here. We have farts and urinate.
Which one is Bibbs?
And urinate. Farts.
Let's give Bibbs some love. Let's hear about farts.
Yes. Yeah, let's hear about farts.
Okay, here we go. Man charged with crime in an Uber after he passed gas so rancid, a fight ensued.
So what?
He farted.
So
He
what?
farted.
Rancid?
Like rancid.
Like ranch
Rancid.
dressing?
Rancid. Rancid. Again, that's words.
Guy had some bad salad, man. It was so rancid.
Oh, y'all are so freaking stupid.
So, and this is the start of the headline here. or the article. It says, y'all ever spent a long weekend in New Orleans? Of course you have. Some of us have. You have a cultured bunch of fellas. Then, like me, you already know what eating rich Creole food and drinking nonstop for 5+ days in a row can do to your digestive system when it's not ready. I actually have a pretty ironclad stomach. There aren't many foods out there that mess me up. I'll take down ghost pepper curry without any problems the next day. I don't struggle with dairy like some weaklings like Eric. I've got no known food allergies, but eating Brennan's into Antoine's and Arnold's and wash it down with charcoal oysters for sure. Well, get out of the fucking article. Jesus Christ. All right, here we are in UK. A man has been charged with assault after allegedly farting in an Uber and attacking the driver for protesting. Bristol Live reported he behaved in an unattractive manner that night. Defense lawyer Anthony Bignell told the Bristol Crown Court about his client's behavior. The odoriferous incident reportedly occurred last year when Kingwood's James Mallet 35 let it rip in the back of the ride on the way to a local nightclub with 3 other people. This was the final straw for the Uber driver named, oh God, look at this fucking name. Named Alexander Bonchev.
Now we know why Bibb sent you this article.
Suffered abuse at the hands of other passengers, according to testimony. Prosecutor James Scott said Bonchev pulled Mallet to leave the vehicle, whereupon the fatulant fare offered to fight the driver and struck him in the head. Bonchev report responded in defense by punching the Mallet in the face, knocking him to the ground. At that point, a young lady who was with Mallet reportedly persuaded him to leave. Police encountered the unruly passenger a little while, reporting a cut in his bottom lip. According to Scott, that he was plainly intoxicated.
ODIFIOUS.
Oh, fuck. It's the best.
Is that like Garfield's dog?
That's what that Odie? Odie?
Oh, man.
Fuck you, bitch. God damn it.
Odie was so rancid.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
Jay did that on purpose. That's cool.
I only got a few real words out of there, like the and.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
That was one of the worst articles I've ever... I should preview these articles more.
No,
we can tell. We can tell.
Oh, God damn it.
That was good. That was great.
All right, we'll give him a second to recover there. Eric, you got any last words, shout-outs, or plugs?
Hey, man, shout out to Jay for sending that article, man. It was fantastic.
Bibbs sent it.
Bibbs.
Oh, well, thanks to Bibbs. Papa Bibbs. Appreciate you, man. Hey, I understand. That's great, man. Shout out to Matt for reading the article, Matt. You just made my night. I got 10 more hours here, but that was the best part of it.
You just play that. You just rewind Twitch over and over and play that all night long.
Hey, listen, don't think I'm not going to. You know that's what's going to happen. And shout out to you guys, man. I love doing this every Sunday, man. It's great. That's it.
Thank you, Eric. Matt, you ready?
I know all the good words. I have the best words. I have the best speech ever.
Wordsmith.
Wordsmith is not I. Thanks everyone for in chat coming in. Iron Hell, Shafi showed up, Show Nuff, Bibbs, J Maniac 17. That dude that was asking about the fucking continents and countries and shit. Dude, thanks for showing up. But what the fuck was that?
RoboPig.
RoboPig, yes, yes. RoboPig showed up, so Cool, man. Thanks everyone for showing up in chat. It's a lot of fun when you guys are here and interacting with us. Mike, Eric, like Eric said, man, it's always fun coming here every Sunday and just fucking getting shit faced and fucking around with terrible topics and words and stuff and the alphabet and farts and alphabets and OD flavors and rancid flavors.
Yep. Well, I want to give a shout out once again to Maniac. Thanks for coming by this weekend and helping out with some stuff around the estate. Appreciate it. Good friend, sir. Thank you. Shout out to everybody in chat for hanging out. Shout out to RoboPig and Good for Gaming. They had a successful stream this week for Stack Up. So if you're into doing good causes and good work and stuff like that, make sure you look up Good for Gaming on Twitch. They're always doing something for the communities, whether if you're Able Gamers or Stack Up or other charities. So look them up. Remember, HoodyNynja is streaming next Saturday in celebration of my birthday. The following day, he's going to just do 12 hours of Firewall 0 hour. This is the last Sunday that I'll be 44. So next time we convene, I will be the official 4-5. As depressing as that sounds. But we had a lot of fun tonight. This has been 137. We hope to be back next week at 138. I say hope. My PC is in a state of issues. It's trying to do a Windows update, and it's not taking it, and it's freezing and locking up on me. But Windows is telling me, hey, your version of Windows is soon going to be sent to out to pasture, and you're not going to be able to use it anymore, so you must update. So I don't know what's going to happen when we get to that point, and I can't update, and I can't use Windows. Matt and Eric
Folks, we're in the end times here. We're in the end times here.
They'll have
Mike's
to
going
record.
to live in a fucking cabin somewhere out in the woods.
You got to go buy a Dell.
Either that or Robo's going to have to come over and set me straight here. Just throwing that out there. But anyways, we got a hell of a week coming up. A lot of work, so we all got to get to sleep here. Especially Matt. He's falling asleep on us. We'll be back next week.
Podcast gold here.
Later, guys. Take it easy, show enough. Talk to you all later.
Fucking Jay says send hooks on phonics instead of send me the goddamn Thigh Master.
Oh man.
Can you really disagree with them?